Hey, thanks for clicking on the video. Today, we're going to talk about Destiny 2 Renegades and why it's actually good. It is no stretch to say that Destiny 2 Renegades has been a success amongst the community. I'm enjoying the content. People are logging on every week. The vibes are up. There really isn't much doom and gloom. The Destiny community is having fun for the most part. And there is a very clear consensus and general hope that the quality for Renegades gets better, but at least continues into 2026 and our next few DLCs for Destiny 2 and maybe a Destiny 3. But something to think about is that while Destiny 2 has been a success for the community, has it been a success for Bungie? Well, the sales figures for Renegades are lower than Edge of Fate since earlier this year, and Edge of Fate's sales figures were already some of the lowest across the franchise. So that doesn't necessarily spell well on the financial side of things. However, the first thing to do when you want to sell a lot of copies of a game is to make it good. And Bungie just has to invest with that. They have to make good DLCs, regain community hope, regain their standing amongst the gaming industry, and then people will come back to the game. So, regardless of what the Renegades sales figures look like, they need to continue this trend and hopefully not deviate too much. But with that aside, this video today is going to talk about why Renegades is good. I want this video to be a way for people who've played Renegades to understand why they enjoyed it, and a way for Bungie to engage with the community and understand also why we enjoy it. That way they can continue to focus on the things that make Destiny 2 good. Also, if you're here to just hear my opinion, that's fine too. But on the note of what we're going to talk about today, there are timestamps down below if you want to go to a certain piece of information, a certain talking point, if you can predict what I'm going to say. Also, if you enjoy my content, you like Destiny 2 stuff, do subscribe. It helps out a ton. I'm going for 50K by the end of 2026. I can't do it without you. Now, getting straight into why Renegades worked, why I think this DLC is actually so good, and the first point that comes up is the one that you saw in the thumbnail, and that's that there is no portal, or little to none. Once again, staying with the room temperature takes, the portal has been a net negative for Destiny 2. While the portal definitely had good intentions when it was made, to be a easy way to log on every day and do things, a way to play your way, it just did not get executed very well. And given that the community has terms like portal slop, well, I think that says about all you need to regarding the quality and the sentiment around Portal. And maybe the worst thing that Portal has done is it kind of ruined Edge of Fate. If you ask any player, they're going to tell you that Edge of Fate wasn't a great DLC. But the actual campaign, the new stuff that we got, I didn't think was that bad. The issue with Edge of Fate was that it was essentially a DLC focused entirely on this new Portal system, and that system was just bad. So by creating a bad system and focusing a DLC on it, it essentially killed it. Now, with that said, this is why Renegades worked, because it went in the complete opposite direction that Edge of Fate did. And I want to ask you, when was the last time that you went in and customized an activity? You changed your little modifiers, you made an activity harder, you looked at the score multiplier. When was the last time you did that? Because I don't remember, and I would hope that you have a similar experience. And this is because the main activities that came with Renegades, the Lawless Frontier that is, doesn't have any portal stuff at all. All you gotta do to launch that activity is you open up your map. I guess you do technically have to navigate through the portal, but you just go to the DLC home and then you click your activity. You choose your difficulty and you're in. There's no multiplier chasing, there's no modifier changing, there's no any of that. You just click your activity and you go. And this has done a couple of things. One, people don't have to think about the worst parts about the portal. Two, it's always populated. I don't know about you guys, but I've never had an issue finding a match. I'm always with other people, and I also get invaded when I play an invasion thing. It feels alive. And if it was in the portal, like all of the Edge of Fate activities, then yeah, I don't think we'd be experiencing that. What's more with this opposition of Edge of Fate is that the loot that comes from Renegades, mostly the Lawless Frontier stuff, is super intuitive. If you want high tier loot that has multiple perks and enhanced perks, all you gotta do is do it on a harder difficulty. You don't need to get your light level up, really. You just need to click on Ultimate or Grandmaster, and then you're getting tier 4s. And then once you unlock the achievement thing from Spider, you can get tier 5s. That's it. That's literally as complex as it gets. There's no weird power climb and then using modifiers, but only on this activity and needing this score. You just go, you complete the mission on a hard difficulty, and you kinda get showered in loot. That is awesome. Simplicity here is key. People don't want an education, a degree in Portal modifiers. They just want to play their game and get rewarded. And Renegades here has absolutely dialed in on that, differing vastly than Edge of Fate did. Of course though, that's not the only thing that has made Renegades and the Lawless Frontier good. The activity is just fun. You've got the variety on each planet, taking you to each different objective. You got different enemy types, you've got different objective types, you've got different locations even on each planet. It's all great and there's tons of variety there, making it fun. But of course, the most important thing when it comes to a cohesive experience is getting to the fun. And that is again, with the removal of Portal as a focus, which allows the Bungie teams to just do what they want. Make an activity, make the rewards, none of this extra stuff that they have to worry about. With that said though, again, Portal isn't gone. You have to go through the Portal to get to Renegades, and there's still Portal activities that you can do. Granted, you don't really need to do them. However, it has still been improving. The most recent thing that Bungie has added to the Portal is the Vanguard alert system, which was kind of how they brought back Grandmaster Nightfalls. And that came with the exact same thing they did with the Lawless Frontier. There is no modifier changing, no multipliers, no score, whatever. You just launch the activity. It has a static set of modifiers. It's a static difficulty. You complete the mission, you get your loot. You can farm it if you want for a little bit less loot, but once a week you get showered in it, and that feels awesome. I can log on today, which should be Tuesday, go into Vanguard alerts and get what I want. There's just zero confusion there. And that is again, very, very good. Also, continuing on, I've talked a bit about the loot coming from Vanguard alerts as well as Lawless Frontiers and the simplicity behind it. Well, the quality of that loot is also very good, with the new blasters feeling different than any other weapon in the game, and the actual loot that we're getting being powerful enough with their perk combinations, their origin traits, all of that. It has been very fun to just play an activity, get something new, and try it out. I didn't really feel this too much in Edge of Fate outside of Mint Retrograde, but in this DLC, everything feels awesome. And that is another thing that allows players like me and more casual players to just enjoy Destiny for what it is. If the loot is good, the game is good. And Renegades has definitely done that well. The next thing I want to talk about that they did pretty well is the Equilibrium dungeon. This has been a great thing for me as an in-game player. And also, I think there are a lot of casual players out there that'll want to jump into it for the exotics, the weapons, and of course that Darksaber blade. Another big W here that is new to a season or a DLC, that the dungeon was just included with the purchase, which is very nice. There's no more of that dungeon key business, which was a pretty scummy business practice. Next up, for things that I really liked, the narrative is pretty good. If you like the lore of Destiny 2, you're at least trying to be interested in where this new saga is, well, Renegades has set up a lot of the Fate saga, even more so than the Edge of Fate, which at least introduced us to the 9. Renegades, while being Star Wars flavored, has definitely laid the path for a couple more DLCs to come, which I'm very excited, and if you know about Old Chicago, you know to be excited. As for a couple things that I think they've done wrong, well, Renegades is kind of over. We've seen everything, there's nothing really hidden. Might get some events and stuff leading up to the next DLC this summer, but there is going to be a dead period, and that's just something we're gonna have to deal with. Hopefully though, the Renegades vibes do continue even in that dead period. Another thing that I don't know if they've done super well is PvP. I choose not to engage with Crucible, but I just really don't trust Bungie to make that a good experience for anybody. I think I've seen some bad trial stuff. It's probably not great. So yeah, largely, Renegades has been a community success, and hopefully I explained why. And if you have any more details on why you think Renegades was good, or if you just completely disagree, then do let me know down in the comments below. But players are happy right now, and this DLC has shown that Bungie can cook even post the final shape. So here's hoping that Shattered Cycle, The Alchemist, anything we get next, Destiny 3, are as good, or at least hopefully better than what we just got. Renegades. With that, thank you for getting this far into the video. Your viewership is greatly appreciated. If you want to support me and support the channel, a like, a comment, a subscription, joining my Discord helps out a ton. Remember, I'm trying to get 50K by the end of 2026, and I need your help. But if you want to support me, support the channel, but you can't think of a comment down below, just Renegades. And with that, as usual, I hope you are having a great day, and I hope to see you around.